We are Siouxland proud. This is KCAU 9 News at 10.
And good evening. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Tim Seaman. Sophie has the evening off. A sign of cooperation today from governors of Iowa, Nebraska, and Missouri, all agreeing their offices need to work together regarding the future of the Missouri River. The trio meeting in Omaha for a Missouri River Summit, bringing together governors, representatives of the Corps of Engineers, and other water experts. The details in our top story tonight at 10. That discussion centering on water management and related issues, as well as steps to mitigate future events. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds saying that this meeting was much different than when governors came together following flooding along the Missouri River in 2019. Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen adding that the focus has shifted to how states can jointly be proactive and stave off a water-related event before it becomes catastrophic. Well, scenes like this one near Hamburg, Iowa in 2019 could be found up and down the Missouri River. Damage from floodwaters in Iowa alone reached more than $1.6 billion in repairs, according to Governor Reynolds' office. Last March, Hamburg finished work on a $10 million levee project, raising the height of levee walls, offering added protection should another 100-year flood hit that area. And this summer, Iowa established the Office of Levee Safety within the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Management. Nearly 900 miles of levees across Iowa will be surveyed over the next 4 to 5 years, providing information and a baseline regarding the condition of Iowa's levees. Here in Siouxland, the focus remains on the watershed upstream. During the 2019 flood, releases from Gavins Point Dam in Yankton topped 100,000 cubic feet a second. This year's winter rate is set at just 13,000 cubic feet a second. A Sioux City man accused of murdering a Nebraska priest is now being held without bond. A Washington County judge saying that if 43-year-old Kieri Williams is convicted, he would face the death penalty. Kieri is charged with first-degree murder, use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, burglary, and possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. Authorities said that Father Stephen Gutschell of Fort Calhoun, Nebraska, was killed Sunday morning during a break-in at the rectory of St. John the Baptist Catholic Church. Authorities continuing tonight to look for 53-year-old David Schultz of Wall Lake, Iowa. He disappeared back on November 21st. His semi was found that afternoon parked at the intersection of 190th Street and Union Avenue in Sac County with his wallet and phone inside. Some of the items found in the semi have since been sent to a lab to be tested for DNA. Law enforcement, local firefighters, and volunteers like the United Cajun Navy have searched that vast area of Siouxland. United Cajun Navy looking through more than 100,000 acres of land. The Iowa DCI now saying that David has not gone through a U.S. bordering crossing. If anyone has seen or heard from David or has information related to that case, you're being asked to call the Sac County Sheriff's Office. That number is on your screen now, 712-662-7127. Well, tonight, Sioux City Police are once again issuing a wintertime warning. Don't leave a vehicle running and unattended, or it just might end up stolen. That was the situation for several Siouxland drivers this morning. Sioux City Police say that 2 vehicles were stolen in the Morningside area, another one in downtown, and a 4th stolen in the Leeds area. We're being told that each of those vehicles was left unattended and running as a way to warm it up. Officer Valerie Rose telling us that so far this year, there have been 253 vehicles reported stolen in the city. In 2022, there were 284 for the entire year. The largest entertainment venues in Sioux City will have new security measures in place when the new year begins. Clear bags will now be required for admission to the Tyson Event Center and Orpheum Theater. Those bags may not exceed 12 by 12 by 6 inches in size and are limited to just one of those per person. The non-clear bags that are being allowed are clutches, fanny packs, wristlets, and small wallets that are not clear. That is, if they are not larger than 7.5 inches by 5 inches. The items will be subject to search. Diaper bags and medically necessary bags are also being permitted.
I think we're honestly probably one of the last venues to adopt something like this. So I think people are used to it. They've gone to events at different locations and had to adapt to this before. They're commonly sold. So we really haven't received any negative backlash about it.
Now, to be clear, the new clear bag policy for the Tyson and Orpheum will take effect on January 1st of 2024. Earlier this morning, Lamb Theater picked up an early Christmas present. The regional playhouse receiving $5,000 in tools and supplies to help build sets for upcoming shows. The gift was part of U.S. Cellular's Gift of Connection program. Now, through this initiative, U.S. Cellular donates items to 40 nonprofits across the country. When chosen to be a recipient of the Gift of Connection, Lamb Theater almost couldn't believe that it had been true.
We've all been very excited about this, but it's just so generous that when something like that happens, there's a little bit of skepticism, like this is too good to be real.
Along with those power tools, Lamb Theater also was gifted a TV and clothing racks to help organize costumes. Since 2009, U.S. Cellular has donated more than $35 million to nonprofits across the country. Well, there's just 9 days now left for people in the tri-state area to donate to this year's Red Kettle campaign. The Salvation Army of Siouxland telling us that they have reached at least $65,400. The goal this year was $130,000, which means that the nonprofit has already reached the halfway mark. People can still put money into those red kettles, though. You can find them outside of Hy-Vee and Fairway locations here in the metro. Donate to a virtual kettle as well, or you can send a check, maybe simplest of all. That check can be sent to P.O. Box 783, Sioux City, 51102. And nobody appreciates, well, there's probably a lot of people, but somebody that really appreciates the weather we've had, Victor, no doubt the folks that sit at those kettles and ring the bells, a lot of times they're freezing to death. Not the case this year, though.
No, not the case, Tim. They probably have great conditions to be outside today. A little bit cloudier, but we'll be seeing that as we go forward into the daytime, as we'll see that conditions are expected to continue to be this way as we go forward. But currently, we'll be taking a look out from the studio camera as temperatures across the region are being reported in the 30s now, falling, but there's still some 40s holding on. Taking a look out from the studio, we'll see quiet conditions. Highway 20 and 75 looking pretty quiet across there as we see a little traffic, but some cars moving along with temperatures that are at 39 degrees in Sioux City, with breezes from the southeast as we're seeing that it feels like 35 as the Gateway Airport reports that conditions have been cloudy, and that's been the case. We even saw some light rain earlier. I know when I was out for dinner, my car had a little bit of rain droplets on the windshield, but we haven't seen too many showers across Siouxland as temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. 42 still in Vermilion, 41 in Wayne and Norfolk as we see that eastern locations touch cooler over there. Storm Lake at 37 and 32 in Esterville, as we'll see that dew points are in the mid-30s, and we're going to be falling close to this for much of at least western Siouxland, so they'll have a bit more of a chance to see some fog through the morning hours, while central and eastern locations won't be cooling off that much, so we'll be staying a little bit drier as we see winds strengthening in western locations. Shades of green out in South Dakota outside of the viewing area, but 14 in Bloomfield, 11 in Norfolk, as we have a 10 reported in Storm Lake and in Esterville as well, with these winds making it feel a little bit cooler. Feels like 34 in Norfolk, 35 in Vermilion, and 820 at the very least in Spencer. They feel like 29 degrees, what close to that in Storm Lake at 30 degrees, as we'll see that most of the area sees conditions that have been cloudy through the overnight hours. We see steady amounts of clouds and those light sprinkles that we had earlier, but you'll notice that most of the Siouxland region is dry at this point, though we do see some showers moving into some of our southern counties or close to it, but considering they've been dissipating as they move in, we're expecting those conditions to be a little bit drier as we go forward, and we'll see that reflected with the stormcast. We've seen steady showers moving through Kansas into southern Nebraska, moving in a north-northeastern fashion, and they'll continue as those clouds move through and we see light sprinkles, but overall we're looking to be a little bit drier through the morning hours into Friday morning, and then we'll see cloud coverage as a low sweeps its way through with the warm front seeing rain showers up through Minnesota, and then we'll see more showers developing along the cold front as that low passes through the area, and a slight chance for some mixing as we have temperatures dropping through the overnight hours into Saturday morning, with those showers dissipating, and we'll see clouds remaining but clearing up. Talking about rain accumulation, we'll see that most of the area through Friday morning pretty low. You might get 1/10 of an inch in some of the southern locations, but it's really through the overnight hours that we start to see more rain and possible light snow accumulation, with the emphasis for eastern Siouxland, and some of the newer models are starting to push that even more a little bit further east, with rain totals here in Sioux City dropping off, but most of the area expecting between 1/10 to up to 3/4 of an inch, and most of it coming down as liquid precipitation, as temperatures are going to stay above the freezing point tonight included. Mid-30s with some spotty showers, as we'll see the daytime temperatures tomorrow rise to above seasonal again, with mid-40s expected. Pretty warm conditions, and we'll see that even when we do drop off for the overnight for Friday into Saturday down to the freezing point there, surface temperatures are going to be above the freezing point, so what does come down will have trouble sticking around, as we see more mixing possible through the morning hours of Saturday, with 30s and a return of some 40s, maybe even some 50s again for some southern locations, as we see upper 40s there for the midweek, as the official start of winter comes, and we're still in some fall-like temperatures instead.